All right, so we're going to now go ahead and start on some other crunchy formulas. Starting here, as you can see, with the double angle formulas. So you might want to go and pause the video and write these three formulas down. So this is when we're going to be using when we have sine of 2 times an angle, tangent of 2 times an angle, and cosine of 2 times an angle. All right? And what we want to do is we want to solve 2 cosine of x plus sine of 2x equals 0. All right, and it's going to be very helpful now to replace sine of 2x with 2 sine cosine, because then it's going to lend itself to factoring and then being able to solve. So that's what we want to do first here, okay? So I'm going to just write down my cosine of 2x, but then I'm going to replace my sine of 2x with 2 sine of x cosine of x. So I'm just going to do that substitution. All right, and now that we have two terms here, we have a binomial, we can factor our cosine of x. I'm going to factor out actually 2 cosine of x. And then we have a 1 left, and then we'll have a sine left inside. All right, and now we know that when we have a product and when it equals 0, both of these we set equal to 0 then. So we have 2 cosine of x equals 0. So I take my first product and I make it a 0. And take my second factor over here, 1 plus sine of x equals 0. So now let's go ahead and solve now. So cosine of x equals 0. So cosine of what gives us 0? Well, those are the two values, pi over 2 and 3 pi over 2. If you come over here, let's go and subtract 1. So sine of what equals negative 1? Well, that only happens at one place, which is at, let's see, 3 pi over 2. Okay. Now, if we look back at the question, though, it just says solve this equation. So it didn't say within a certain parameters, within a certain interval. So we have to assume that this is meaning all the solutions. So we actually need to throw in that period, right? So since these two repeat itself, I don't have to write it twice. So I'm going to say, so x equals pi over 2 plus 1 full period 2 pi n, where n is within the integers. Okay, so that's our first solution. And then our second solution is going to be 3 pi over 2 plus 2 pi n, where n is within the integers. So this would be our complete solution right here.